Welcome students to another class of informatics practices. Today we are going to talk about input output functions. That means input function is used to take input from the user in a form of variable, and output means like displaying some message on a screen or console, or you can say monitor. So see here, this input method, it is used to get input from user. There is an inbuilt function in Python that provide this facility. We can ask from user for any information, and then we can store it in a form of variable, and after getting it we can print it in the with the help of output method, that is print method. Okay, so see here, this is the general syntax of input method. In that we are having variable name, or that any name you can give, and is equal to, then we will write input is a keyword or method. Okay, and then in brackets whatever message you want to give to take that input, you can write that. Okay, and after that you see here example is given, like we are having a name variable. In this name variable we are taking name. What is your name? This message will be displayed on the output screen when we are writing this code. Okay, and then whatever user is entering, that particular value is stored in this variable, and with the help of print method we can get the result what is inserted in name with the help of that method. Similarly, we can take address, age, etc. Okay, let's talk about print function. Print function is used to display the output to the screen. We are having a So see here, print function is used to display output to the screen. So syntax of print is you have to write print, and then whatever method you want, or variable, or whatever message you want to print, you can write that. So here we are having a variable name is equal to Ria. In that we are having a value Ria. So if we want to display this Ria value, we can write print and bracket we can write name. Okay, similarly if you want to write display something like my name is then Ria, then you can write a string with double quotes, and then you can take the value from that variable, so it will display result as my name is Ria. Okay, so this is all about print function. Now let's see the bare bone of Python programming. Bare bone means what is the structure of Python program. So in Python we are having comments, so that you can see here, then statements, then indentation. Comment means whenever we are starting a program, we will give a heading to our program, so that we generally writes in comment, and comment always begins with hash symbol. Okay, so see here hash, and then you can write whatever is your program name. So here it is written the program shows program components. Okay, and then program will start. So here a b c a b are variables, and the print statement is a function that is taking a plus 3 value, and then we are checking condition. So this if and else, they are known as block or indentation. Okay, so if b value is greater than 5, then it will display this message, otherwise it will display this message. So this is just a code that is depicting various components of program. So this a, b and print, these are known as statement, and that is having like a plus 3, that is arithmetic, and a value is involved, so it is known as expression. This value that is checking variable that b is greater than 5 or not, that is also known as expression. These are blocks, and these are lines, inclined components. Okay, so these are the various components. We will discuss these in detail, okay, in further classes. So this is just a structure or bare bone that is given to you, okay, related to program. So let's do some program. So first program is to obtain 3 numbers from user and then display their sum. So see, num1, num2 and num3 are 3 variables, and then we are taking it as an input. Now after input function also I have written int, because we want these numbers as a number, not as a string. Whenever we are taking some input from a user, then that number is stored in the form of string. Always this input function and our print function, they print the result in the form of strings. So we want it as a number, so we are writing int before this. And then sum is a variable in which we are storing number 1, number 2 and number 3 addition, and then we are printing 3 numbers are, and then we are printing the value of these numbers, that number 1, 2 and 3, and then we are printing the sum of that number. So sum is, so like this code you can try and you will get result like this. We are getting, I am showing you that practically also. Okay, So this is about this program code, and again we are taking a number from a user and then we are performing its cube. So num is a variable and cube is the cube of that number that we have taken from user, and then we are printing the number and its cube also. So here also you can see the output of the code. Okay, so that's all about this coding, and now let's do some hands-on on this input method. So for that we have to write here, like I am writing here like name. Okay, name is a variable, and in this variable I'm asking from user what is your name. Okay, so I will write input bracket, and then in double quotes I will write what is your name, and then I will put question mark and double quote. Okay, and then bracket close. Now after executing this, it is asking what is my name, so I am writing Nidhi. Okay, so this Nidhi is stored in this name variable, and when I am writing name variable simply, then it will show my name. So this is the use of input method. But this name data type, like if we are checking type and then we are writing this name method, then it will show me that it is a string type. Similarly, I am writing age. Okay, and then I am writing input, and I am displaying what is my age. Okay, so enter age, I am displaying as a message, enter age, enter age. Okay, and now if I will enter my age, so it will take it as a string. So I am writing 25. Okay, and then enter. So now I am displaying age. So see this age, it is giving in a form of single quote. So like checking its data type, so write type and then write age. So see, this is the result. So it is also string, and age is a number. So if we want it as a number, then we have to write the command like I'm just checking it. So see here, I'm just changing its type. So I'm writing age, and then I'm writing int before this input method, because I want to convert it into a number. Okay, so I'm writing enter age, double quotes bracket, and put enter. Now writing printing age. So just write age, and sorry, syntax error, I have not closed this bracket, so just copy and paste it. Okay, I'm just control C and I'm pasting it here. Control D. My syntax is wrong, now it is correct, and now I'm writing age 25. Okay, now I'm testing it with type bracket and give the variable name. So here variable name is age, and see, it is converted into integer. Now I can perform operations, arithmetic operations on this number. So like this we can take the input, and print method is used to display the result. So I'm writing, if you want to print some variable like print, and then also you can write print age. Okay, so it will just print the age value. Okay, so here print method is not much useful, but it will be useful in new programs when we are going. So this is about input and output method. Okay, now we are writing a code in which we are taking input from user. Okay, so see this window, I'm showing the result, and these both are the window, and see here it is my file, new file. So I am writing here a code that is taking now 3 numbers from user. So n1 I am writing number 1, that is int, and then I am taking it as a input. So input bracket, and then enter 3 numbers. Okay, sorry, number 1. Enter number 1, like this. Okay, 2 brackets we have to close. So this is for number 1. Similarly, I am writing for number 2 and number 3. We are taking 3 numbers, and when we are performing addition on them. See, this is number 2, this is number 3. Okay, and here also we have to change number 2 and number 3. So we are taking 3 numbers from user, and then we are performing addition on them. So we are having a variable result, or addition we can write, addition. Okay, and is equal to, and then we are writing the variables n1 plus n2 plus n3. Okay, and after this we are just printing their sum. So I am writing print bracket, and then in double quotes I am writing 3 numbers are, and then with comma I am writing this number n1 comma n2 comma n3. Okay, and again I am printing their sum. Control C, control we copy pasting the numbers, and now I am writing here addition sum is. Okay, so whatever I am writing in double quote, it will appear as it is on screen, and then here I am writing the variable. So what is our variable? Addition, that is holding the variable numbers. Okay, so like this. Now I am saving it on my screen, so just go and save it with .py extension, give it a name. So I am writing it a name, addition program. So addition and .py it will always take, so I am saving it on desktop and select the location and save it. Now I want to run it, then go and run and press F5. So see here, enter number 1, so I am writing 12. This is my screen of the, this is the my code. Okay, so I can write like this. So 12, number 2 13, and number 3 14. So see, this is the sum and this is the result. So like this you can for this code you will get a result like this. Okay, so similarly you can take a number and then you can calculate its cubes also. So cube, for cube we can change the formula. We don't need two variables, only one variable is sufficient, and we are changing the variable, like we are writing cube, and then here I am writing the number is, so I am writing number is, and then here I am having a number n1. Okay, or here I am just writing cube of that number. So here I am writing cube, and it is of cube is, not sum. Okay, cube is, and then save it with another name. So I am writing here cube as a name. Save as, I am writing cube. Okay, and on desktop I am saving it. Just go and save, and then run. I am pressing F5 now. Okay, for running I am pressing F5. So see, number 1 it is asking, so I am writing 23, and it will give me a cube of 23. Okay, cube mein I have not given the multiplication. I have to write multiplication of this. Formula is wrong. So n1 into n1 into n1, like this you have to change the code, and then save it and run it. F5, press F5. So I am writing 23. So see, this is the cube of 23. So like this you can run and see the result. This is all about today's class. Thank you, students.